Hi friends, welcome back. This is DNREDDi from Hyderabad. In this series of iOS application development 2022, I'm going to teach you from very basic to very advanced, which are really people are using in industries such as Cocoa Pods, organizing the source code, working with team members, and Jira. Jira is like a ticket handling tool, and core data, which is highly used in these days. I'm going to touch almost every aspect of the iOS application as well as Swift programming, which are really required. In Swift, I'm going to teach all these things. I'm going to teach everything in practical. We'll directly jump into the programming. Basically, what is program? Before that, what exactly we need to start the iOS application development? We need to have a developer account, which is free of cost. You can create one at developer.apple.com under account tab, which is free of cost, but it requires you to enter credit card or debit card information, but does not debit any amount. And you need a tool, which is a Mac PC with Xcode. We need Xcode is a free tool and very pretty straightforward to install. Let me show you that as well. Here is the Xcode. You can search on Google and download this. If you don't find the Xcode, you can comment in the comment section so that I can make another video. And next, what is program? We're going to develop many applications or many programs. What is program? First of all, program is a set of instructions which perform some specific task, or you can say program is a set of instructions which takes some input and processes that and gives you the output. Here, the input and output are the data. 2, 3 are data. Even okay, we are having different types of data. Okay, even 5 is also data. Okay, to categorize the data, we are having data types. We are having these many data types. We can also create our own data type. Here, 2 and 3 are the whole numbers. Whole numbers can be held by the integers. And if you're having a floating point values, these can be held by either float or double. We see the difference between float and double. You're having a character. If you want to hold a single character, if you want to hold single character, you can use character data type. If you want to hold multiple characters, you can go for string. If you want to hold true or false, either yes or no, true or false, 1 or 0, you can use bool. But in Swift, the bool only holds true or false, any and any object. These are the various data types. We also have collections, which are array, dictionary, and set. These are the various data types which we are having in Swift. And let's see how to declare a variable. Basically, here I want to perform addition, but to perform the addition, I need to have two values here. These two are type integers. So whenever you are performing any operation, we need to pass the input. We need to save that input to somewhere in the memory. To save the values in the memory. To save the values in the memory, we need to use data types. Here, this is the syntax of how to declare a memory location. Here you need to use let or where. Either one you need to use, and name of the memory location and the data type and value. Here, these two are the whole values. So I'm going to hold them by using a value is the name of type integer memory location and value is 2. Similarly, let b value of type integer equal to 3. And I'm getting the output here. The output also should be saved somewhere in the memory. So I'm taking another extra variable result. Result is again 5 is integer, so which is 0. I have not performed any operation here. 0. Now I'm performing the operation. Result equal to, I'm assigning a value plus b value. Okay, I'm changing the value of 0 to 5 here. A plus b means a contains 2 and 3, b contains 3. It is 5. But the problem here is here we have declared result as let. Let means constant, which you cannot change. So to make it changeable, we need to use where. That is the difference between let and where. Okay, what is the error here when we use let? Change letter to where to make it mutable. Cannot assign to value result is a let constant. Result is a let constant. Make that where so that you can change it. Okay, we are having here where we want to perform addition here. This is the program actually. This is a single instruction, single line of code, which is actually a program which is performing addition. Similarly, you can declare based upon your program, based upon your requirement. We can create different types of variables. We have used integer here. Let me write. Let me save some information. I want to hold information. I want to save information of the book. Okay, book contains the different properties. Book contains number of page, name, letter, name, which is a string equal to Swift. Letter, price, price is float equal to 199.50. Floating point values. Letter, pages, number of pages will be in the form of integer only. 20 pages or 35 pages. It has 300 pages. Letter, weight. Weight is again floating point values, like it is having 0.560 grams. 560 grams. Letter, author. It is string Steve. What else we have? Letter is programming, which is boolean, which is true. It is programming only. We have covered integer, float, double, string. Character is missing. Letter, category. Let's say category. Character. Yes, I have simply given that. These are the various data types which we regularly use. Based upon the data, you need to choose the data type. Since it is a collection of characters, you need to use string. Since it is a single character, you need to use character. Since it is multiple characters, string. Since it is floating point values, double. Since it is floating point values, which is float. Here, if you see, I can also use float here. But the difference between, see, this is also working. The difference between float and double is double can hold large floating point values, whereas float can hold small floating point values. If you want to show me, let me show that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Okay, here I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just want to see number of precisions it takes actually. If you see here, 199.1234, only it is taking 4 points. Whereas in double, if you see 0.1234, 16 points it is holding. After point, 16 digits it is holding. That is the difference between double and float. If you see, the string is within the double quotes, whereas in other languages we use character as single quotes and strings as multiple quotes. Okay, and here we have specified a string, float, int, double, string again, bool, character. These are the various data. This is how we declare our inputs. If you want to say, well, let's say this is the information about the book. Actually, it is complete information about the book. Let me remove, make it clear. Then we are having, these are the data types. Data type, what is the definition of the data type? Data type is a way of specifying the variable type, or simply Data type specifies to the compiler that what kind of data the variable can hold. This is the variable. This specifies to the compiler that what kind of value the variable can hold. In the documentation, I have clearly given what is the data type definition. Data type specifies to the compiler that what kind of value the declared variable can store. Next, output statements. How to print output. Let's say I want to display it on the console. Here, name. I want to display name, price, author. This is how we use print statement to display on a console. This is called a console area. Okay, for now we are using this. Okay, playground. Actually, I didn't show you how to create the playground. Here you can take the playground so that you get this editor. I want to format this properly. Instead of, I don't know what exactly these three values. Name of the book. Price of the book, author of the book. Author of the book. Here, price. Now it is much clear what exactly we are doing. Here, what we are doing, this is a string. Here we are directly printing the values. Here we are formatting the values, formatting the statement actually. This is actually string right within double quotes. Whatever you place, everything is string. But if you remove the backslash and the brace here, it considers as the string only. But I want to see the name, actual name, value of the name. To get the value of the name, you need to use something called string interpolation. String interpolation is process of embedding values inside a string. Process of embedding values inside a string. How do you do that? Backslash and within the parenthesis name. String interpolation. Type annotation. Type annotation is process of explicitly specifying data type of a variable. Here we are explicitly specifying. See, I can write the same thing without specifying the data type also. Here I can remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. Let me comment this for now. Still it is accepting. If you want to print, you can also print. Same thing I'm doing, but without specifying the data type. We got the same result. We got the same result now also. But the difference here is we have not specified data type here. This is called, still we don't get any error because there is a Swift feature which is called type inference. So the compiler itself identifies the data type of a variable based on the value provided. Here we are providing string. If you see what is name here, let me print name. What is name of type string? Even though we have not specified the type, the compiler itself identifying the data type of a name as a string because we have provided string value. If you see price is double, but actually here price is float. By default, all the floating point values are doubles. Okay, even category which is string, here actually character, because by default even the characters also considered as string. If you want to make this as character only, you have to use the character. Then you can see character here. Two things to remember: by default, all double quotation characters are strings. By default, all floating point values are float doubles. Here, this concept is called type inference. What is type inference? process of compiler identifies compiler itself type of the variable based on the value provided. Let where we have seen the difference between let and where. Let is constant. Let is constant. Where is variable or changeable. Type inference we have seen. Variable declaration rules. First thing is you need to use the syntax. You need to follow the syntax, which is this is the syntax. Second thing is you must declare a data or value. You must specify data type or value. Let's say I want to declare a variable. Let a. This is actually not allowed because we have declared a, but the compiler is unable to identify what type of data and what type of variable it is. If you specify a is integer, the compiler is happy. Compiler is now is able to identify what exactly is the a. Okay. Otherwise, if you specify the value, it is happy because the based on the value provided, the compiler identifies the type of a. Here in this case, we have assigned 10, so it is integer. It considers the compiler considers 10 a as integer. And one more thing, do you specify the value? Third thing is send a value before the variable is used. Before the variable is used. Let's say I have declared a variable called a. I'm trying to use it, but it will not allow you because there is no value. You must assign a value. Constant a is used before being initialized. If you put 0, now the compiler is happy. 0 is printed. And we also have any and any object. Where any equal to 10. Here it is the variable name. You can put anything here, no problem. Let me put p here. Now p equal to I'm putting a string. I am a string. Still the compiler is happy. In case of let's say I have declared a, right? I'm putting a equal to some string str abc. It won't allow you because a is clearly told that it is of type integer. Only integers can hold. Here p clearly told that p is a variable which can hold anything, integer, string, or anything, even boolean. It accepts. Okay, any object holds objects only. Let's say let me create one simple object here. Error here. Simple object. Let me create a class test where my object is of type any object. I'm creating test. This is how we create the objects. We have separate class for the objects and classes. Okay, this is happy. My object equal to, you can also put test2 object also. I'm changing the content of my object from test to test2. Still it is happy. Any object can hold Any object variable can hold any kind of object, but not primitive data. Let me give 10. 10 won't be accepted because only objects can be accepted with any object. But here I want to put any object here. Let's say test. I want to put test object. Still it is happy. I just want to clarify you that any can hold anything, whether it is values, strings, even objects. Any object can hold only objects. It won't accept numbers or strings. Primitive data, basically primitive data types are literals. Those are not accepted. This is what today's concept. If you find something is difficult, or if you find something is not clear, you can ping me in the comment section so that I'll check and revert you back. Okay, I'll also share you this document sometime. Please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.